Hiya, it's John Mansell, ex-boozehound. Hope you're well. If you're watching Alex, by the way, a couple of vlogs ago you mentioned that I look like I've got a cat on my head. This is proper, look like I've got a cat on your head. It's, God knows what's wrong with it, but there's worse things going on, obviously. Obviously, there's a lot of talk at the moment about how the coronavirus is affecting people's mental well-being, which I would imagine is very true. Sorry you can't see my eyes because of the sun, but never mind. The thing about mental health and physical health and people's health and mental well-being, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that if your mental well-being isn't brilliant that you're mentally ill. You know, people with mental health issues or addiction issues or physical issues are basically no different to everybody else out there. So whether you're a normal, whether you're a mentalist, whether you're an addict, whether you've got physical issues and whatever, it's all about what life throws at you and how you deal with it. And you know, I mean this in the nicest way possible. You know, the coronavirus in a way is almost a bit of a leveler in that everybody is currently living in anxious and panicky times and living without uncertainty. So in a way, us people with mental health issues probably should be able to deal with this better than most, because that's how we live every day, with anxiety and uncertainty and just not knowing. And I've just been for a walk. It's about an hour, and I've got another hour to go. And I've been doing that obviously since the lockdown. The gyms are closed, which I used to go 2 or 3 times a week. And I'm piling on weight because I'm not going to the gym, so I'm getting out there and I'm doing my walk. Now, a lot of people with mental health issues will have come across this thing where people say, "Oh, go for a walk." You know, and I think people without mental health issues, if you're stressed or you need a diversion or something to distract you, going for a walk is a good thing. I know over the last couple of weeks I've been out for a walk most days, and I also know the days that I haven't been out for a walk have negatively affected my mental well-being. There's also, a lot of talk about, loneliness and isolation. Well, this self-isolation that we're doing at the moment, people with mental health issues have been doing it for years, so we should be used to it anyway. The point is, those of you who have self-isolated before, is you will know that the more you do it, the harder it is to get back to reality. So in this time that nobody knows what's going on in the world, we've got to make sure that we do get out and about safely, obviously, and looking at social distancing and stuff like that, going for a walk once a day, getting some exercise, getting some fresh air, because if we don't, then when we are allowed out, we will got so used to not going anywhere that it'll be a humongous task to get back out and about. And in fact, one of the things I've been thinking about a lot recently is that I predict here and now that as we move forward and as we come out of the other side of the coronavirus, there will be a lot more people classed as mentally unwell, having poor mental well-being. That doesn't necessarily mean they're mentally ill, but the process that we're all going through at the moment has made them more anxious and more panicky and more insulated. one of the things that we can do to battle that is deal with people as individuals. So not, you know, oh no, he won't be okay because he's mentally ill. She's all right because she's fine. It's bollocks. It's we need to treat people as individuals, and we need to watch out for the mental well-being and physical well-being and everybody around us. You know, the anxiety that this situation is going to cause, I believe, is going to have a knock-on effect with people with mental health issues, and it'll increase the numbers. So, how do we deal with this? Well, how long's a piece of string? One of the things that I have done in the past, and I know a lot of people do, is we try to live mindfully. Now you can look that up, you know, mindfulness and stuff like that is, you know, we don't predict what's going to happen in the future, and we try not to look back at what's happened in the past. What my last vlog was about the fact that I've had to change my mental health medication recently, and that seems to be going okay. I think that might be part of some of the weight gain as well, but you know, shit happens. But I definitely haven't been practicing this mindfulness that I know helps. I've been worrying about the future. I've been worrying about, you know, dying penniless. I've been worried about never being able to own anything because I'm on benefits. I've been worrying about, you know, always being alone, because whenever I get close to somebody, sooner or later, the mental illness or the addiction in the past gets in the way. The problem with this is that you're predicting Armageddon. You know, you're predicting the worst case scenario, and that's bullshit as well, because, you know, if this isn't going to teach us something, you know, that we don't know what's going to happen next. And again, I mentioned before that, you know, recently, unfortunately, I had to go to a couple of funerals of some you know, young people. I think one was mid-40s, one was early 30s. You know, and if that doesn't teach us that we don't know what's going to happen next in our life, and this coronavirus thing doesn't teach us that we just don't know and we can't control what is going to happen in the future, then nothing is going to teach that. So, you know, bring it back. You know, those of you out there who have mental health issues already, or addiction issues, or whatever it is, you know, this is going to be a challenge for us. But also it's going to be a challenge for people without mental health issues. It's going to be a challenge for everybody. And what we need to do, rather than thinking, you know, you've got this illness, you've got that illness, we need to go back to thinking about people on an individual basis. Look at a holistic approach. As I say, I predict that this is going to end up with, you know, people with more anxiety and more depression, because of the way that we're having to live at the moment, in this isolated way, the loneliness and whatever. And I think it's going to trigger some people's mental health issues. So how do we get ahead of it? Well, hopefully what I've just said makes sense. So those people out there who have mental health issues or addiction issues, or have family members with mental health or addiction issues that have watched my vlogs in the past, introduce them to somebody else with mental health issues, somebody else without mental health issues, and talk about the reality of life in the way that things are at the moment. Nobody understands what's happening. Nobody understands what's going to happen. We can't know. And when it comes down to it, that's life. You know, you can walk out your front door and not know that you're going to get knocked over later on today. You know, yes, obviously it's not as severe as what's happening at the moment, but we never know what's going to happen. So, what am I saying? I don't really know. This situation that we're currently in is completely and utterly unknown, and we've got to do all we can to make sure it doesn't affect us as negatively as it can do. And part of that, I mean, I joined in last night with the, standing on the doorstep with the NHS, clapping for the NHS. I'd like to think that, you're not just clapping for the NHS, you're clapping for the police, the fire service, the carers, the cleaners, social care, adult social care have got a bad rap over the last few years. They've been dealing with circumstances beyond anybody's control for many years, and they're definitely dealing with circumstances beyond anybody's control now. Just look, I've spent a lot of time slagging off the National Health Service and the adult social care and a lot of that people, but you will have noticed that more late that I've been more on their side, because they deal with horrendous underfunding and issues that most of us wouldn't be able to deal with on a daily basis. So I'm hoping that we come out of this and we're more willing to work better with our NHS, better with the police, better with any other service out there, better with adult social and children's social care. It's important, and this sense of community spirit that seems to be coming out of the situation that we're in, I hope that continues. We're in this together. Whether we've got coronavirus or not, there's always other things going on in the world that we should be dealing with together. It's not them and us. It has to be, we all have to work together. We all have to work together, and we have to do it today. We haven't got any choice at the moment. Anyway, I'm waffling. So if you can, share this vlog with somebody else with mental health issues. Share it with somebody who hasn't got mental health issues. Tell them if they're starting to get a bit anxious about life, that they need to address that. Start looking at things mindfully. What's the point in worrying about stuff you can't change? Yes, we can do stuff like social distancing, and being sensible and whatever. Rightly or wrongly, I've been getting out every day, for most days, for a walk, because that's what helps my mental well-being. I was sitting there this morning thinking, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, whatever. I've come out for a walk, it's sunny, it's nice, things look better. Share this, please, with people that you can. And also, if we, in order to increase the views and things that I'm getting, if you can give me a like or a dislike if you want, that's fine as well, just to hopefully increase the people that are watching the vlogs. I'm going to shut up now because I've gone on for a lot longer than I meant to, but please, whether you've got mental health issues or not, it's important that we look after our mental well-being. It's important that we look after our physical well-being, and listen to the advice that the government's giving us, and we'll come out of this the other side. My motto, which I had for a long time, and I got tattooed on me, is if you don't know it, it's enjoy the good and ride out the bad. And at the moment, we've all got to ride out the bad together. Well, self-isolating, not and 2 meters apart together, but still together. We can get through this, we will get through this, and we'll come out the other side, hopefully a better place. I'll catch you soon. Enjoy the good and ride out the bad. See you later. Bye bye.